Hello, I'm Malouin, and today we're doing a segment on thermometers. Very useful things, stop you from dying from food poisoning and the like. They also have many other uses, and there's also very, very many types. To start off with your kind of standard run-of-the-mill bimetal thermometer, in here, in this coil, there's two little strips of metal coiled up that expand at different rates when heated, and that turns this dial to roughly the correct temperature. I say roughly because they're not that accurate, and they have to be recalibrated, which is not nearly as fun as it sounds. This one has a little temperature gauge here. Again, don't trust it. This one, I really don't trust, and it's also good for spearing wildebeest. Or maybe you could use it for a skewer. Shish kebabs. On the other side of the spectrum, there's ones like this. Instant read thermometers. These are have what's called a thermocouple in the tip. So they're a lot thinner, smaller hole in your meat, or in this case styrofoam. And they measure the temperature much more quickly and accurately. Plus, you can calibrate them just with the push of a button. Very, very useful. There's this type, the folding type, my personal favorite. This type here could be left in a pot so you can measure the temperature of whatever's in the pot. Also good for if you're doing candy work. Then there's this type. You have this probe called a probe thermometer. Stick it in your beast. And then the beast can go into the oven, where it'll tell you its temperature all the way through the cooking process while the readout stays safely out here. You can see it. This is especially good for something like a turkey or a roast. It beats those little pop-up monstrosities that we all too often see in them. On proper thermometer usage, if this is your piece of meat, I know it's a piece of styrofoam, we do not have a props department. You don't want to measure the temperature right here. I'm going to pretend this is a salmon fillet. You don't measure the temperature right there, because then this is a lot thinner, it's going to be hotter, more well done. And on the other side of the spectrum, you kind of don't want to go like that, because then you could be measuring the pan or just the air. What you want to do is you want to stick it into the deepest part, make sure it doesn't go any of the way through, and make sure it is not touching bone. If it is touching bone, it's going to be much hotter, you're going to get an inaccurate reading. Thank you for watching!